Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I am doing another tag video. I was tagged by Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. I will link her up here in the description box down below as well. And she got this based off of Jen from Luvs Reviews. So we are doing the 20 best makeup products from 20 different brands in under 20 minutes. So wish me luck. Okay, so the first product that I have chosen, and basically I'm going to showcase products from brands that I think is something that they've made that is like their best item, or something that I think is underrated or that I really love from a specific brand. So brand number one is Ole Henriksen, this Banana Bright Eye Cream. So I bought it because a bunch of my friends used it and they really loved it, and it doesn't have any smell. It doesn't smell like banana or anything like that, but it just leaves the best brightening effect under your eyes. It's very hydrating, and if you remember, I had like a sunspot right here, and this has actually almost gotten rid of it, and I've only been using it for about 6 weeks, I would say. So that's number one. Number two is the Black Light Highlight 6-color palette from BH Cosmetics. This is a gorgeous highlighter palette, but I don't just love it for highlighters. I love it as inner corner highlights as well. You could also use it as eyeshadows, and there's a yellow one, a green one, blue one, white one, and 2 different shades of pink. One is more like a peachy pink, one is a pink. And I think it's really underrated because these highlighters are so extremely frosty. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but they're like really blinding. And for inner corner highlights, they're absolutely beautiful. And a lot of them are duochromes. So if you hear the shower, my hubby decided that he's taking a shower now. So the next item is this palette from Lick and Lash Beauty. I have a video coming up, I believe next week, with this palette. And this palette is gorgeous, and I haven't seen anybody do any reviews or anything with it. So it reminds me of a combination between the Affinity 2 palette and the, oh gosh, the Affinity and the something else palette from Certify, like half and half, but combined. And it's absolutely gorgeous, and I love the pigmentation of the shades. I'm not going to talk any more about it, but you guys will see it in my video, and it just has this plain, you know, pink packaging, which I don't know if I'm crazy about that, but it doesn't really tell you what's on the inside of the palette. But I absolutely love this palette, and I think it's underrated because I haven't seen many people review it or talk about it. The next and fourth item, okay, I gotta remember to count, 1, 2, 3, 4, is the Juvia's Place Blush Palette. So this one that I have with me here is my favorite one. This is the Saharan Volume 2. The only reason it's my favorite is because it's basically for my skin tone. The other one is for deeper skin tones. I also own it though, and I like using it as eyeshadow as well. You can use these blushes as eyeshadow or as blush, and this one, for instance, Zola, would make a beautiful pink eyeshadow. Look at how pigmented that is. But some of the other ones, you can, you know, definitely use them as blushes or as eyeshadows, and if you blend them out, they blend out really soft and nice. So I really love these, and I don't see a whole lot of people using them, so don't know why. The next item, I haven't decided if I'm putting that in this one. The next item that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is the Flower Beauty Warrior Glitter Eyeshadows. I have it in purple. It is actually called Poison, and these are very much like the Stila Magnificent Metals, but just, oh my gosh, that color. I have used this in a previous video, and I'm using it in an upcoming video as well. And it's just gorgeous. I want to get some of the other shades. Another one is my MAC paint stick. You guys know I use this in every single video. It is the perfect white eyeshadow base on earth. I have not found anything like it, and I also don't see or hear a lot of people talking about it. That is probably because it's only available at MACcosmetics.com or in MAC Pro stores. It is a pro product, so that's why. And it is $22, but it lasts me, like one stick lasts me about 6 months. So, and I do my makeup almost every day. Another product that I don't hear a lot of people talking about is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I love this foundation. It's matte, but it's not too matte. It's okay if you have dry skin, like you could still use this, and it just stays all day, and it has a beautiful, nice, like natural kind of finish, and it allows the glow to kind of come through on your skin throughout the day. So I love this foundation. And also another really underrated product from CoverGirl, but it's the same brand, so I don't know if I'm cheating, is the CoverGirl Chocoholic Contour Palette. That's this. It has two like shimmery shades that you could use as like a shimmery bronzer topper or whatever, or as a highlight if you have a deeper skin tone. But that contour shade, even though it looks really dark, looks really good on any skin tone, and oh, the smell is amazing. Okay, so now we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, hold on, I gotta count. Okay, so we are on number 8. So the next one is this Stila Shimmer and Glow. This is not a glitter and glow, but a shimmer and glow, and this is in the shade Freedom. Currently, you can find it at TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, and it is just this beautiful, like minty green shade. And anything you put it on top of, it is gorgeous. And this shade tends to not dry out as fast as some of my other Stila thingamajiggies. So I love that. This one I also found at Marshalls and Ross recently. This is the Glitter Pop Peel Off Eyeliner by Too Faced. I don't know about the peel off factor, but this is definitely a cheaper version of like Distortion from Urban Decay. It's that glitter right there. And you can put this on top of your eyeshadow. You can use it as liner if you want to, do an inner corner highlight. And I really love it, and I wish that I would have known how beautiful these were when they had like every shade available, but that was the only shade I could find at the Marshalls by me. So that's number 9. Okay, the next one is number 10, and that is the Fix Plus Gold Light and the Pink Light, which it has like a shimmery, it's like a luminous type of, you know, setting spray. I spray it on my face like throughout the day and when I'm doing my makeup to meld the powders into the skin, and I just absolutely love it. I think a lot of people might not use it because MAC isn't cruelty free, but if you are someone who buys from MAC, then I definitely recommend this one. I like the pink and the gold. I don't really notice a difference between the two shades, but I definitely notice a difference between that and the regular Fix Plus. Like, I think that this one is definitely better. I don't know. So that is number 10. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. Okay, so now number 11 is the Hypnotic Lights from Milani. I have 2 shades here. I have Electric Forest and Luminous Light. I'm running out of places to swatch, but these are gorgeous, more affordable, and better quality in my opinion than the Stila Glitter and Glows. But that is the pink one, that is the green one, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. They're all like duochrome, and they come in like 10 different shades. Definitely recommend. Number 12 is my Sweetie Pie bronzer from Too Faced. The outer packaging is so freaking cute, and this is the bronzer right here, and I just don't see a lot of people using it or talking about it. It does smell like peaches and fig sort of, but the smell has almost gone away now that I've had it for a while, and it doesn't last on your face anyhow. But I love this bronzer. I know that it has some pinks in it, and it has some like bronzy tones in it. I don't even know if you'll be able to see that. Oh yeah, kind of. But it's just really pretty. It's like a cool tone shade, not too orange, and I just love it. You guys see me use it all the time. So number 13 is technically a skincare item, I guess, but it's from Clinique, and this is their Turnaround Day Cream. I also love their Turnaround Night Cream. This is the Revitalizing Moisturizer, and this one is in Rosy Glow. So it has like kind of like a pinky shift, and you're not going to be able to notice any difference, but I love this as a moisturizer before I put on my makeup. And a tube like this probably lasts me, if I use it every single day, probably 5 or 6 months. So I think this is a really underrated product. It just leaves your face moisturized enough, and it's kind of like almost like a gel-like texture. I love it before makeup. And then another glitter and glow type of thing is the Pixie Fairy Lights. This particular shade is called Crystalline. I just put that on my finger, but it is very glittery, and it's just another way to add sparkle to your eyeshadow. And I think these are really underrated as well. You can get them at Target. They're like $12, I think. So also more affordable than the Steel Magnificent Metals. Number 14 is another foundation, and that is the Candid Revlon foundation. I've been using this for the past, I would say like 2 or 3 weeks, and this has become very quickly one of my favorite foundations I've ever used in my life. I do wish that it was in a bigger tube, because this is not even an ounce, but it's from the drugstore, so if you get it at Walmart, then I'm sure that it's worth it. And now we also have the air conditioner going, as well as the shower. Actually, let me go turn that off. Hold on 1 second. All right, and I recounted just to make sure I was staying on track. So number 16 is the Sleek Highlighter Palettes. Sleek is the Sleek Makeup. There's this one, which is the Solstice, and then this one, which is very dingy, but it is the Midas Touch. So each of these has 1 cream and 3 powders, and this one is not necessarily my favorite, but the Solstice highlighter palette, I feel like for a while people talked about it a lot, and then now they kind of don't. I don't ever use the cream, but the 3 highlighters that the powder highlighters are really, really blinding, and I think you can get this palette for under $10 at Ulta. So 16 and 17, okay, is this, the e.l.f. Glowy Primer. I love this stuff so much. This by itself is good, but number 19 would have to be the Wake and Bake Oil by Beauty Bakery. I think this is also really underrated. Butte Bean, my friend Betty Jean told me about this. Then I told her about this. Then I tried them together, and then I sent both of them to her, and I was like, you need to try these together. And now she uses them as well. So I will link her channel up here. But I love these too. This one I'm almost out of, but I have a backup. And this one I need to get a backup of. But I still have like half a tube of this. But I just put a little squirt of this, then like 2 drops of this, and I mix it together in my hand, and I put it all over my face, and it's like the perfect primer for makeup. And it sounds crazy because a glowy with an oil sounds like it would be an oil slick all over your face, but it's totally not. And I definitely notice that my foundation lasts longer and looks smoother, and I have less texture on my face when I use these 2 together. So I love them. And then last but certainly not least is another highlighter, which is the Pixie by Petra highlighters, which is, I have Subtle Sunrise and I have Delicate Dew. These are the glowy gossamer duos. I will tell you, I don't like all the Pixie highlighters. They have ones in circular pans, and I don't like those as much. They are not as wet looking. These are very, very wet looking, and like, look at that. And this duo, it's a bit more expensive than like a Wet n Wild highlighter. It's right there. But it's still pretty affordable, and you can get them at Target. I think they're like $15. I don't know if you're, let me turn my arm fat. Okay, and then they're there. But they're very, very wet highlighters, and I absolutely love them. The ones that come in the round packaging are way more chalky, whereas these are very wet looking and beautiful. And I'm going to do an honorable mention because I still absolutely love the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I use it almost every day, except I had lost it, if you guys remember, for a little while, and that's all I've used. So but I just really love this as well. And sometimes I'll use this over top of the e.l.f. and the Beauty Bakery, but I could probably only do that if it was in the winter, because if I put this on top of that, then my face would be a little bit too hydrated. So, but I also really like using this. I feel like out of all of the pore smoothing primers and whatnot that I've used, I feel like this is the only one that actually like visibly blurs my pores. So, honorable mention to that. I've still been loving it. So those are my 20 products from 20 brands in under 20 minutes, and we still have 5 minutes to go. So what you want to talk about? No, I'm just kidding. So I'm going to tag some people. I'm going to tag, who am I going to tag? I'm going to tag Teresa is Dead. So Teresa, I hope you'll do this. I'm going to tag Kitty J Havoc. Kitty J, KJ is one of my good friends here. You guys are going to be seeing a collab very soon with us, and I cannot wait. So I tag her. I tag Kyra from Journey and Beauty. So those are my 3 people that I'm tagging for this one. So, and all their channels will be linked in the cards above and down in the description box down below. So thank you, Annette, for tagging me on Instagram to do this, and I cannot wait to see all of your answers. If you guys have any product recommendations down below that you think are underrated, that I might not know about, that I need to try, please let me know. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.